Bolts. With the first selection in the second round, number 32 overall, the San Diego Chargers have selected quarterback from Purdue, Drew Brees.
This is Drew Brees, an undersized, underranked quarterback out of a nobody football team from Purdue. Drafted in 2001, his career would take off with the San Diego Chargers. There were a lot of questions about Mr. Brees, his arm strength, his height, his mobility. All in all, he was not the prototypical NFL quarterback. Though, over time, this future Super Bowl MVP would prove himself to be the starting quarterback in San Diego and would show his coaches in spring camp that his time at Purdue was not just a flash in the pan. Things were starting to look up for Mr. Brees. Until...
Right shoulder. Drew is absolutely hurt.
I could see that big defensive lineman land on top of him, drove his arm over his head, and then I saw Drew walking off the field with his arm locked like this and couldn't bring it down. And I said, oh my goodness, he's dislocated his shoulder out the bottom.
Dr. James Andrews distinctly remembers the event on December 31st, 2005, when Drew Brees dislocated his shoulder on what turned out to be his final play as a San Diego Charger. 3 days after the game, the quarterback caught a flight to Birmingham to visit the renowned surgeon. This sparked the comeback of Drew Brees. 4 painstaking months in Birmingham, rehabilitating his shoulder, training, dealing with adversity, and coming back to be better, faster, stronger. But all this work was not in vain. Months after the injury, he would sign with the New Orleans Saints.
You know, I was told by some doctors that I only had a 25% chance of coming back and never playing. Only 2 teams were interested in me in free agency to be their starting quarterback, and it was the Miami Dolphins and the New Orleans Saints.
We just gotta do what we do. We play like we play. We be us. We be special. We smell greatness. We finish strong. From the top. 1, 2, where you where ball, where 5, 6, where 8, 7, 8,
It goes without saying that by the time Drew's first season as a Saint rolled around, he was the standout performer and the emotional leader that the team needed to make the run that they did. It was only 4 years later that Drew Brees and his marching Saints found themselves on the biggest stage of them all, the Super Bowl, in an all-out war against the Indianapolis Colts.
5 rushes for 25 yards. 3 plays later, Brees dumps it off to Reggie Bush. He had 4 catches for 38 yards.
I thought they would go for the Reggie more because you can't cover him with a linebacker at all.
There's David Thomas, a 9-yard gain on 2nd and 4 down to the Colts.
At this time,
5-yard line, and then 2 plays later in the town and where he went to college from the...
do you? Right here in Miami, you get Jeremy Shockey just on a simple slant.
After a failed 4th down attempt from the Colts, Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints had officially recorded their first ever Super Bowl win. Drew Brees had officially come back stronger.